Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. In my recent conversation with my friend Jasmine, she told me that when you cook, you're constantly making decisions. She told me that there are two types of decisions that you make when you cook. One is that you try to get it done, another way is to make it better. This video demonstrates how I make decisions to make this fried rice better, and this is what makes cooking really fun. I have made fried rice many times in the past, but I always make changes to it because I want to make it better. I want it to be better in the flavor as well as in texture. For example, when I cook the egg for the fried rice, instead of have the egg beat up in advance, I crack the egg directly into the wok because I like the texture of how the egg being fried. Because if you beat up the egg in advance, you will get a very different texture. In many ways, cooking is all about attention to details, and sometimes these small details could make a big difference in the outcome of the dish. In this case, you will notice that the texture difference between the egg yolk and the egg white when you scramble them. And for me, this makes the fried rice more interesting. And next, I'm going to scramble some turkey sausage that I cut up with the eggs. I decided to add some meat because I'm cooking this dish with my son in mind. I cleared some space in the middle of the wok and add a touch of more oil, and now I'm ready to fry the rice. I'm using some pre-cooked long grain rice, which I have put it in the refrigerator for at least 48 hours. The best rice for cooking fried rice is that when they are thoroughly dried. If the rice is wet, such as freshly cooked rice, the outcome will be mushy, and that would not make a good fried rice at all. Here I use what is known as a hamburger meat chopper to break up the rice. This is a perfect tool for making fried rice. Next, I add some frozen vegetable mix to the fried rice. It contains a regular vegetable mix plus a supplement of extra frozen corn and frozen edamame. And next, I'm going to season the fried rice with my basic seasoning mix. I created this seasoning mix from the seasoning agents in my masala dabur for convenience. I use this as a basic seasoning strategy for almost all my dishes. It creates a foundation for the seasoning. This seasoning mix is relatively mild. It's designed to enhance the natural flavor of the ingredients. I then can build on this foundation using other seasoning agents as well as sauces. Every time when I cook, achieving the best flavor is always on my mind, and this is where I find cooking to be really interesting and fun. The best part of stir frying is that you are always in the position in making changes, and therefore you can improve the flavor of your dish as you cook. This is a good illustration. After I did a quick taste test, I decided that I'm going to add a bit more oyster sauce and hoisin sauce. The oyster sauce will add more umami flavor to the dish, whereas the hoisin sauce will add a touch of sweetness. So what I'm doing here is that I'm building on the flavor that I initially created with my basic seasoning mix. However, this is definitely not the end of the flavoring process, because after I do another taste test, I decided I probably could use a little bit more oyster sauce. Furthermore, I decided I'm going to add more salt to make the dish a little bit more saltier. To me, it is through this constant experimentation that make my cooking better. After doing another taste test, I decided I'm going to make this dish a little bit more interesting by adding some paprika. Because I have learned from my past experience, when you add a paprika in a small amount, it will not make the dish spicy, but it will give it a kick. It's almost a gentle reminder of the fact that I am here. I noticed that the first amount of paprika that I add to it really do not have such an effect. So I decided to add more paprika until that I said, okay, I noticed that you are there. And with some final mixing, I add some additional scallion to garnish the dish. And so what is the verdict? I think what I need to focus on is the paprika. the paprika indeed make a difference. I could notice the presence of the paprika and I really like it. The paprika definitely make the fried rice more interesting. However, from my standpoint, more importantly, the paprika actually make the vegetables more noticeable. I definitely feel that the paprika has made the fried rice better, and I think I'm going to try this again a little bit more next time. Personally, this is the essence of my fast cooking system, that with flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, it makes cooking more interesting, therefore it is more sustainable. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time.